Hello and welcome as always to another helping out from Mr H's Hot Pot. You join me today on the 29th of March 2017 where our Prime Minister, Theresa May, has today finally triggered Article 50 of the Lisbon Treaty, signalling Britain's intent to leave the EU or the European Union. Now, as someone who voted to leave the European Union back in June last year, how do I feel today? Am I swinging from the chandeliers and doing a jig around my kitchen? Well, no, I'm not. It's sort of mixed emotions. Now, before anybody jumps in the comments below and says, see, this is another Brexiteer or Brexiteers, as I believe they're calling us now, who's changed his mind, that's not the case. I'm still 100% behind the idea of leaving the European Union. I do believe it'll be the best thing for Britain in the long run. Although, maybe, me being 43 now, I probably won't feel the full benefits of it, only when I get pensionable age. But, it had to be done. We've been in it 43 years and it just hasn't worked out. So, what about those who voted to remain? Haven't they showed themselves up over this? We've had the Gina Miller saga where she tried forcing Parliament to have a vote on it. Only right and proper. We've had Timmy Farron, he's been doing his best to block it. Tony Blair's crawled out of the woodwork from wherever he's been hiding. And Nick Clegg, he too, has shown his disgust at the way Britain's voted. Now, you can either listen to these people and carry on, flogging a dead horse, trying to reverse a decision that's already been made, or you can get on board. And my advice to those people who was disappointed with the referendum result is to get on board. Not so you've been cowed or, you've lost the battle, but simply so you can help shape Brexit and shape the future so that it works for everyone, not just a small minority of the country. Because if you don't, if you carry on sneering and spitting from the sidelines and saying I'm not getting involved with it, and you sit there wanting it to all crash and burn, and you're masturbating at the thoughts that, Britain could end up bankrupt and on its knees, what sort of person are you? You need to get your head out of the Guardian for a minute and take a long hard look at what's going on around you, because it's your children's future that we're talking about here. As of today, Brexit becomes real. It's no longer, a game of it's us against you. Now, if you don't, and you choose to carry on burying your head in the sand and hoping that it'll all go away, what will happen is that Brexit will be shaped without your voice, and your genuine fears and concerns won't be listened to, and they won't be addressed. It'll just be done without your consent type of thing. It's a bit like people who don't vote. My father doesn't vote in local elections. He says, what's the point, What's the point of voting in a local election? It's all a done deal anyway. And then when somebody gets in who he doesn't like and they start making decisions he doesn't like, he has the audacity to moan about it. Well, you can't, because you had your chance and you blew it. And it's the same thing with these people who are still moaning, Ramoners as they're called. I think now is the time to put these sort of monikers of Brexit, Ramona, and just put it all behind us and let's try and unite as a country again. It's going to be hard. There's going to be price hikes. There's going to be little problems that we didn't have beforehand. But you have to look at that and weigh that against the greater good. And I think in the long run, it will come good for Britain. We just need to believe and start believing in ourselves as a country again, rather than being told what to do and being put down all the time. That's it. That's just my little message, just to mark the day. And hopefully, with a bit of luck, we can all unite and get behind Brexit and make it work for each and every one of us. So, until the next time, bye-bye for now.